Andrew McCART, IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm here in sunny and beautiful Dubai. With me I've got former world champion TJ Doheny. TJ, how are you, sir?
Yeah, really good, mate. Feeling good, ready to go tonight.
You've got a good fight here in Dubai. You've got an opponent who's only lost twice. He seemed to have, he didn't upset you in the way in, but he was sort of like pumping his chest out a little bit. Are you expecting a tough, durable opponent tonight?
Yeah, well, I was looking at him, and he's going to be a tricky customer early on because he likes to box and he's going to get negative. And once he feels my power, he's going to start going into survival mode, you know. But he seems pretty confident. You've seen that yourself at the weigh-in yesterday. He kind of stood out in front of me and pounded the chest, and well, not pound the chest, but raised the arms, like, you know. So he's coming to fight, but a couple of rounds in, he'll know who he's in with.
You want somebody to come and fight, though, don't you? You don't want a journeyman that's going to turtle up and be in a shell and you're struggling to get the stop there. You want somebody to come and have a go, maybe open up a little bit so you can get your shots off. Yeah,
well, that's what I asked for. Because while I'm waiting for these big fights, I've been complaining because I'm in the gym every day, week in, week out, you know. And I said, get me the fights, and they're like, "But there's no big fights there." And I said, "Well, just get me some enjoyable, someone that's going to give me work, keep me active, you know." So I'm expecting a tough one here. Well, not tough, but I'm expecting a good fight, you know.
He's lost twice, but he hasn't been stopped. Are you hoping to get the stoppage here? Because maybe I heard that you didn't call Akhmadaliev off. You said you would like that fight. You didn't call him out. You said you want that fight, but to get that fight, to announce yourself back on the world scene, you're going to have to make a statement here. A stoppage against this guy who hasn't been stopped before. Do you think that's going to basically put you back, your name out there again?
I won't put any unnecessary pressure on myself for the stoppage, you know. But I'm going to have to look good. I can't be going mention my name in the likes of Akhmadaliev and Danny Roman if I'm not absolutely dominating an opponent like this, you know. Because without sounding too confident, everybody's expecting me to win this fight. Let's call a spade a spade. But Akhmadaliev and Danny Roman, they're the fights I want, you know.
Before we go on about Akhmadaliev, I want to just go back to Danny Roman. I mean, that fight last year was enjoyable for me to watch. For yourself, was it enjoyable for you to be in that ring and put on a fight of the year contender?
Yeah, no, it was unbelievable. It's just I don't think I'll ever get over that loss until I get my opportunity to avenge it. But every day I think about that fight and I go through it, and even when I watch it back, you know, I kind of watch it back in pieces. But what a fight to be involved in, you know, and for put my belt on the line, his belt on the line, the best fighting the best, and that's what should be happening. And that's why I want to start pressing Eddie for this now, because he's got three of the best super bantamweights in the world under his umbrella. And why not start making these fights? He's talking about, we want the 50-50 fights. What more 50-50 fights than a little a mix-up, like a round robin between myself, Akhmadaliev, Danny Roman. You know, all those fights, they're entertaining. We come to fight. There's no negativity. We stand in the middle of the ring and we go for it, you know. So why not?
It's what the fans want to see. I mean, the fans love 50-50 fights, and especially with going off for you and Danny Roman last year, I'm pretty sure that the fans would scream for that rematch. But let's talk about Akhmadaliev. I've seen in I think it was an MTK article an interview that you did. You said you want that fight next. Becoming a two-time world champion, what does that mean to you?
Becoming a two-time world champion means a lot. It's more so that I just want to get my status as a world champion back, because I believe I'm one of the best in the division. I think Akhmadaliev and myself is a match made in heaven. It's like with two of us are power punching southpaws. We don't really take a step back. The fans are going to love it. I get a chance to unify the division again, and Akhmadaliev gets to become an even bigger name by beating Roman and then beating myself, you know.
So what's going to make this fight happen? A good performance tonight against a tough opponent, and maybe a quick phone call to Eddie?
Yeah, I know. A good performance tonight. Not get tonight out of the way. Concentrate on tonight, get the win, and then I'm just going to have to start pressing Eddie hard and getting MTK Global, best management company in the world by leaps and bounds. Everybody knows that. Hopefully they can sit down. They got a good relationship with Eddie, and hopefully we can push for something, you know.
You said you want to start pressing Eddie. Then if you had a choice between Danny Roman rematch or Akhmadaliev, it might be done because Akhmadaliev is the world champion. Which fight would you want next, or going into the summer? Yeah,
well, just saying, obviously we'd want the world title fight, you know, but the Danny Roman fight is just as appetising for me, because It's the only loss in my career. I want to right the only wrong in my career. And you've seen the last fight. The next fight's just going to be just as good. And again, I'm all about, of course, my own career, but I'm all about impressing the fans as well and giving the fans what they deserve. The best fighting the best is what it's meant to be all about.
I totally agree, and selfishly, I want to see you and Danny Roman again. So selfishly, on my point of view, I would love to see that fight. I want to get your opinion as well on a couple of MTK stablemates, Tyson Fury and Billy Joe Saunders. Just want to go back a couple of weeks to Tyson Fury's performance against Deontay Wilder. Just what did you make of that whole fight?
Oh, I think it was unbelievable, and I was on the wagon of Fury's going to win by points, and if Wilder catches him, it might knock him out. We were all kind of in the same mindset, But for the changes for Tyson to make in that short space of time, and just switched up his whole style, just walked him down, broke his heart. And if you ask me, I think Wilder's body language after the knockdown, he went back, he was leaning on his coach's shoulder, and he seemed to me like he just didn't want to be in there. And even though now he's blaming the costumes, he's coming up with all these excuses, blaming Mark Breland and this and that. The towel should have been thrown in before that, because his body language, to me, now this is my opinion now, was telling me when he was leaning on his coach's shoulder in the corner, like after 2-3 rounds, it's like, take the kid out. He doesn't want to be in there. That's what it looked like to me. But on Tyson, phenomenal, and it's brilliant for MTK Global. It's brilliant for himself. It's brilliant for boxing, because he's the biggest personality. He's like, he's been talked in comparison to Muhammad Ali, but he's the closest thing to it when you think about. He's a man of the people. He's a mental health awareness that he's raising and all that kind of stuff. We couldn't ask for a better heavyweight world champion right now to lead the way for all of us.
Well said. Terry Kavanagh, the MC's just diving in the pool there. Look at him, enjoying life as always. TJ, obviously Billy Joe Saunders, it looks like he's going to get the Canelo fight. It hasn't been announced yet, but I think it's imminent that the announcement of Canelo versus Billy Joe. Does Billy Joe have the skill set to beat somebody like Canelo? Maybe not stop him, because we know Canelo, the type of fighter he is, but he has had trouble in the past with his slick southpaws, or slick fighters like Erislandy Lara and Floyd Mayweather, who are slick. Do you think Billy Joe can probably cause a problem here?
I'm telling you now, Billy Joe is going to cause serious problems. You see Billy Joe in his previous fights, he's very pedestrian when he's in against opponents that he's expected to beat. Maybe he doesn't get up for them, maybe he's not motivated for them. I don't know what his mindset is. I don't know whether he just wants to get through it. He could be even playing games with Canelo. He might just put in a poor performance, barely scrape through, so that Canelo might think he's in with it. False sense of security, So, but I think Billy Joe Saunders is probably the toughest fight for Canelo out there right now, and which has surprised me. Even though Callum Smith has all the belts and all that stuff, I think just Billy Joe is just all wrong for Canelo, and especially if he's on form and he's moving and dancing around the way he was against David Lemieux. Now I know David Lemieux is no Canelo, but when Billy Joe's on song like that, that's going to cause serious problems for Canelo, because everybody knows Canelo takes a lot of rounds to get going and to figure out a fighter like Billy Joe. But Billy Joe can do that for 12 rounds, not just 4 or 5 rounds and fade, So it's going to be very interesting. I'm going to sit on the fence, but I think it's a great fight.
It's IFL, we don't let you sit on the fence.
I'm sitting on the fence, I'm sorry. Well, I'm going to sit on the fence, but I think it's a fantastic matchup, and I'm so happy that he's after picking Billy Joe, to be honest.
Definitely, I think it's good for MTK and stuff like that as well. Finally, final word from you, and tonight, I mean, you're hours away from your fight tonight. What can the fans expect? It's a small hall, it's 500 people, but it's a great little venue. It's very acoustic with the noise and stuff like that. So what can the fans who have paid their money to come and watch you fight, what can they expect from you?
Well, I had a look at the ring. It's quite small, which is going to suit me, especially against this guy, because I think he's going to dance around and try and box around me, So fans can expect me to get rolling into a nice rhythm. I'll figure him out after a round or two, and the plan is to break him down and get him out.
TJ, as always, thanks for doing this for IFL TV, and I appreciate your hours from your fight, and you're giving me this interview, so I do appreciate your time, Paul. So thanks very much, champ.
I'm nice and relaxed, there's no problem at all.
Cheers,
Thank
TJ,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.